This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Nazi is brought to you by Burger King, Duty Free Caribbean, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
We're going down with all them songs. I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient man and things. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrapey. No, some was told by Gino D. I grew up on Kid, I grew up on Ronnie, I grew up on I, grew up on Elon Moxie. Really hope that you don't feel, hope you don't feel cause I play R&B and things. I don't need my Rick and Scrape. I hope that y'all don't think I let it go. Hope you don't think cause I make rock music and think that I don't let TVS play, that I won't play no Smokey Double O. My old mind will tell me how it used to be, how they would get jiggy and think to the sound of Rick and Scrape. Feel like my generation ease up on this thing, like we ain't grew up on this thing.
You got it logged and loaded to the Monday, December 1st edition of Talking Heads, first of the month. Naughty and MJ and your company right up until 6 p.m. We have a very special guest. We're going to get to them in short order. But before we do that, I got to get the protocol out of the way. We got lots to talk about today. We want you to chime in if you want to be part of the conversation. You want to be a talking head. Here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC. 422-GR96. That's 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free to anyone in the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Stream us live, take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And of course, part of the conversation today will definitely be the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
And here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views of Madison since 1844. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. Lay it on them, MJ.
Well, hello, everyone. I mean, you haven't officially...
Well, good to see you. How are you? Happy December 1st.
Too. I mean, I saw you 2 minutes ago, but
your favorite time of the month?
It is my
favorite time of the year.
Well, October really is my favorite month, but I love December as well. You know, we're getting into the Christmas season. I see some places already have their decorations up. I'm hearing Christmas music. So, yeah, I'm happy right now.
I'm starting to see Christmas lights, too.
Yeah.
In some of the neighborhoods online, you're seeing people putting them up already, the pictures of the Christmas houses.
And there's that one house that has like 1 million lights.
And
the lights
yeah,
already
for that
on.
house, you are my hero, because I know BPL is body slamming you in January.
I love them. I know BPL love that house.
I figured since it's December, we're getting into the festive season and the holiday season, and give the listeners a nice little refreshing version of the headlines instead of me.
Not refreshing.
No, but like I say, I look forward to it because, like I say, favorite time of year. I want to know if Junkanoo is going to be worked out. I look at some of the Junkanoo things.
Did you see the...
I already got 2, 3, 4 side eyes at that Junkanoo. We get to that. Well, let's get to it now because we got a special guest. Yeah,
yes, let me pull it up. Did you see the announcement from the National Junkanoo Committee? So these are the names of the groups that they printed. Shell, Saxon, Superstars, Genesis, Warhawks, One Family. Then they put number 4, right, for the practice rush out. Valley Boys. So I'm thinking Valley Boys, like which Valley Boys is that? Then later on down, they have Roots. Then they have world famous 1958. And I was like, what in the world is going on? So they're trying to tell me that even after they saw that decision from the Court of Appeal, the National Junkanoo Committee thinks it makes sense to label the Valley Boys as world famous 1958 and then put Valley Boys as if they're referring to the Way Forward. Like, are we in Narnia? Like, where are we?
You told me
Where
not to,
are we?
You told me not to say it, but can I please say it? I have to say it.
What is
can
that?
I please say it? Saxon gets swing from now.
No, Saxon.
So
no.
Saxon family, I love you. I can ride for you all, but I done got that funky feeling. The swing, they can't take 5 straight.
This is crazy, though. You have Valley Boys at number 4 and then world famous 1958 as the number 6 for the Practice Rush Out. This is like bizarre stuff.
Thank you for
What is the National Junkanoo Committee doing?
Thank you for letting me do that. I feel much better.
Yeah, I know.
But
Texans ain't getting swung.
I need to know how that could possibly be. I mean, please tell me that's a typo.
That's no typo.
For all the beating
see
up the drums I see, I heard a Way Forward and an original, millennial, whatever.
They
now I got to hear this?
And have the nerve to put 1958. Like, are they crazy? Like, this is already starting off messy and janky already. Let's just get it together, okay? Because y'all very well know that case is still in front of the courts. And if you go by the Court of Appeal ruling, this makes no sense whatsoever. You better put Way Forward or whatever their name is if you're going to put world famous 1958. Because the label, who I think you're talking about as Valley Boys, is absolutely crazy. Not making sense.
That did not go over
Very
well.
disrespectful. They already starting off. They already said there's no disqualifications, right? Like, all sorts of new rules, I guess.
Yeah, but see that again. Can I say it again?
Janky.
No disqualification. Saxon. They trying to swing you all. No disqualification. They can come with midgets dancing on the top of that thing on ice skates. And, all right?
They can come with anything.
That's
no
what they coming with.
This is
crazy. They might even find a pot cake and with a red nose. And now that's Rudolph. That ain't got nothing to do with fringing and pasting and nothing.
But Rudolph win for the
whole
thing.
And listen,
Lord,
I remember a time when the Saxon was on Bay Street performing and busting everybody wide open. Best music, best dance, best banner, best whatever. Even best followers. And the Valley still win the parade.
Oh, man.
Then I remember which one? Well, the original one, because not the splits.
1958.
Yeah, the 1958. Another time, they was on the side street, didn't even rush yet, and judges was judging them on the side before they hit. How you can get point before you hit Bay Street?
But you know what? We can let the Junkanoo people, the Junkanooers speak up and put whatever they want to put out there.
Saxon, I strongly advise you, reach out to Gino D. Let him come in front of you all on a big pedestal singing, "We get swing, we get swing." Because listen.
Oh, it better not happen. It better not happen.
That's craziness, man.
Let's finish the headline. So the big headline in today's Nassau Guardian, $1.56 million no-bid AC contract was urgent.
Apparently, for what?
The contract also covered mold remediation. So I read this story in the Nassau Guardian by Candy Dames, and I think it's a good follow-up to the reports that we got a couple of weeks ago. But I would implore you, and I don't normally do this, to also read the story that Neil Hartnell did a couple of weeks ago in the Tribune, because it was very detailed. And
if I'm not mistaken, wasn't everything included mold remediation, something to the tune between $350,000 and $400,000 top? So why do we end up at 1.7 million or 1.6 million?
Listen, read the article by Neil Hartnell. Hear what insiders are saying. Hear what they're saying about this price, about how ballooned this price is.
It's crazy.
Hear about the short period of time that the company actually did the work. I think they did this over a weekend. And so to say 1.56 million because it was urgent, this is... Yeah,
and look at it.
This
reeks
is a lot.
Of you ready for it? Because I know y'all like when I say
this
it.
This is a lot.
Homies, cronies, lovers, family, and friends.
Also, another headline in today's Guardian, PM, we won. Which at the end of the day is true, right? Like I said, that's the top line story.
We won.
Yeah, he won the by-election.
No, but let me, can I interject one quote here, please?
Sure.
A movie that came out in, I can't remember the year, but it was a great movie. Woody Harrelson.
White Man Can't Jump.
Thank you.
And I know what you're going to say. Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez, but maybe before, Wesley Snipes. I almost forgot Wesley.
Yes.
But, and Rosie, and I quote Rosie Perez, Mookie, sometimes when you really win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win.
Yes. I remember that quote. So you're thinking that's like this kind of a situation?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we want the moral victories. Okay.
An actual victory.
A victory, you got this one. But again,
A lot of
this to me,
red flags.
this to me is a skirmish. This to me is a minor battle. This is not the war.
Also, another headline in today's Guardian, human remains found near Long Island Airport. This is disturbing. Police on Long Island yesterday confirmed the discovery of human remains along a track road near Deadman's Key Airport. Oh, boy. Not good stuff there.
That's not a good headline. That's not a good report.
And we had an accident early this morning that I
Had a
saw.
fatality?
A
Correct.
fatality this morning, and that was sad news all over social media as well. So that's not
Lots
good
to
stuff
talk
there.
about.
And I can't miss out this headline because this is the one. This is the one. BUT votes to take industrial action. So members of the Bahamas Union of Teachers have agreed to take industrial action after raising concern over the salary increases that were long promised by the Davis administration and paid out last week. And I have so many questions on this story. The good thing is that we have a very special guest with us in studio today. I'm talking about none other than the president of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, as well as the Bahamas National Alliance of Trade Union Congress, Mrs. Belinda Wilson. So,
Let me just put it to you like, see, Belinda Rich.
I'm here.
There you go.
a woman of your word.
My-
You're here. And we're very happy to have you here.
I time to say something. Sometimes the humor,
Go,
the
go.
brain
That's
engagement. No,
sweet.
no.
We're so happy to
Good
have
to
you
see
here.
ya.
Good
How
to
are ya?
see you.
Pleasure to be here. Good afternoon to everyone, especially my members throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
All right.
This has been an interesting last week for you. We saw that, according to the Prime Minister and the Ministry of Finance, your members who had expected to be to receive their payments apparently did. And so now we deal with everything that happens after that, because I know that this has been a concern for your members for quite a few months now.
One second, just let me interject this.
Go ahead.
Callers, we're going to get you. We're going to let Belinda express herself, and then we'll open up the call lines in the block so you guys could definitely chime on in. All right? And I'm here. And the popcorn will soon be here, too, because boy, I love to call BS. I'm just waiting to call it. Let's go. Here we go.
So just give us an update on what has happened in the last few weeks since we last spoke with you. You were waiting for the payments. Now you got the payments. Where are we at?
Okay, so I want to clearly say this again. The Bahamas Union of Teachers and the Bahamas Public Services Union, we never claimed to have negotiated these payments.
You've said that
The
before.
payments were derived from a salary review. However, again, the salary review never took place. Because I brought you the documents and I brought them again today.
And just so you know, these are the actual documents for those listening and watching online and on
This
TV.
document was handed
That's it right there.
to me
Right.
by the Honorable Prime Minister
During your meeting.
in my hand
Okay.
on October the 13th, 2025. And it only covers middle management, technical officers, and up.
Okay.
So they claimed they did a comprehensive study, but they did not. Let's be clear on that. We never said that we negotiated these raises. However, what persons also need to appreciate, because they also, why is the union business? Well, it's our business because 8.19 and 8.20 of our industrial agreement says it's our business. 8.19 speaks to the union being consulted on any matter.
Could you just read that clause for us so we hear
it's
what it says?
The union writes, and it's Article 8.19. The union shall be consulted on any matters which affects the terms and conditions of employment as provided for in this agreement, as listed in Article 6.1. So that's all of the persons who we represent, and our recognition agreement. Our recognition agreement we had from 1965. Negotiations shall be engaged when the need arises to allow the parties to agree to a resolution on such matters.
Okay.
So we always saying is when the Prime Minister did his announcement in June, and he said, I am giving raises, and the raises will be between 2 and 8%. Persons will be paid June.
Right.
The phone automatically started going.
You remember.
How much we getting? Because persons are then thinking that prior to the announcement, the Prime Minister must have sent some sort of communication to the union, even if he would have said, and I said to him, I said, if you would send us communication and say to us, listen, sit on this. Don't say anything. The announcement will happen in the House of Assembly, and then afterwards you can inform your members. That did not happen. 8.20 says the union shall be provided with information from the employer to assist with discharging its duties to the members of its bargaining unit. So a part of information that the employer should provide for us is a list of who is being paid, how much they're being paid, and since the Prime Minister said between 2% and 8%, then what is the percentage that each person is being paid and the dollar value of that percentage?
One quick question.
Go ahead.
Because, and this from my mind's eye, if they had a scale for upper management, technical staff, and so on and so forth, shouldn't that same scale be applicable to this line staff?
Okay, and that's where our problem arises again. When we met with the Prime Minister and we looked at the document and we realized that it did not cover the 17,000 civil servants, and we can ask them to tell them produce the minutes of the meeting because we could show proof. So the question to the Prime Minister from me to him, looking in his eyes, how will you determine what the 17,000 persons will get? And the Prime Minister, along with the Permanent Secretary, P.S. Miller, said we will use the same methodology that we used for middle management. They did not. Because if you calculate, and then the other thing is, they gave the 2 to 8%, but based on what? So was it from the entry-level salary? Was it from your salary? Was it from the maximum of the scale? We don't know.
And you have your members asking you.
Still asking.
What it is because if you say that you gave me X, Y, Z, and I'm to acknowledge it, I want to know, okay, well, what should I have expected? Because they weren't informed beforehand what was going to their bank accounts,
Not only that. Okay, what it seems that they've done is they've given a double increment.
Okay.
So some increments are $37.50.
Okay.
Others are $41.66. The teachers were $58.33. So they gave a double increment. But when we calculated and we did 2%, 3%.
At a different level?
Is that a double increment on monthly or yearly or so we know?
So the teachers, the trained
based on from 2024 or 2025?
No, from 2025, which is also an issue for us.
And wasn't it supposed to be retroactive to 2024?
We requested, I don't want to say we demanded, but we requested, and that was our...
strongly suggested?
Yeah, we strongly suggested because that was our pushback. That we note that the others got it from last year, 2024. So we're saying if you're talking about parity, you're talking about being equal equity, then give the rest of us the raise from last year. They did not do that.
So that
and they
didn't
gave
happen.
the money September and October of 2025. So you got $75 times 2. Some other people got $50
Times 2. Whatever it was more or less times 2.
Right. So some persons got the 150,
So
200.
Let me break it down for the homeboys and all. So you mean to tell me that the $37.50 in those increments are double increment? That's it for the year. That's to be broken down over 12 months.
That'd be $75 per month.
Okay.
But again, it is a raise, but he cannot say that it was a raise based on a salary review that did not happen. And don't forget now, the salary review, the purpose of it was to fill a gap,
Right.
So the gap still remains because you did not do the payments based on any recommendations from a salary review because you did not review our salary.
So you still can't even say that, okay, well, we reviewed it, and this is why we arrived at these numbers. This is problematic, right?
And now
this is problematic.
And if that means if you had an issue with the final outcome, had it been reviewed, now you can go from there, correct?
But not only that, we probably would not have had an issue with the final outcome because
if they use that.
Deloitte and Touche, come on now.
If they use that same
what I'm saying is reputable company.
Yes.
Furthermore, who was Deloitte and Touche benchmarking our salaries against? So if you were benchmarking our salary against, let's say, quasi companies here,
right,
or even teachers in the region,
right,
then we would have had that comparison in this document, and we wouldn't need to rest in here because we would say,
well,
okay,
this was compared to this.
When we look at 30 years, someone has been in the service, and the teacher is still getting $34,400, but someone with the same bachelor's degree, working the same hours, etc., over here is getting 40. So you would know then that you have a 5,600 gap, and then the Prime Minister then could have said to us, listen, we have a gap of 5,600. We aren't able to bring you on par now. However, we will look at 2,500, then over a period or phased in. That is what you call intelligent conversation, proper consultation, and not just the bull that they try to run past everybody and you just supposed to grin and bear it.
So we know that, well, as far as we know right now, we don't know what methodology they used to come to the figures that they came to. Did you request information about how they arrived at the figures they arrived at, and also a listing of what each person should have expected?
If I write any more or print any more, I will have no more pen, no more ink, and the computer probably will start screaming.
Oh, my.
Because this is from the Prime Minister uttered in the House of Assembly. I'm saying to you, that day, I messaged the Prime Minister by WhatsApp. I messaged Peter Glover Road. I said, listen, y'all, given a raise, salary review, blah, blah, blah. Could we get a copy of the document? So June, July, August, September, October the 13th, we got a copy of the document. The document does not include anyone under middle management. And then we just finally got a response to the letter Wednesday.
And
our letter, October the 15th, we got a response on Wednesday. Wednesday, that's
okay.
November the 20th.
So about 6 weeks later.
29th. Okay. And it's vague, it's generalized, but they clearly said, and I'll pull it up. They clearly said that this is it for the salary review. There's no other document to give.
Right.
Which means then that they were untruthful, telling
in the meeting?
Public. No, they said they did a comprehensive
review.
Salary review. A comprehensive salary review means
it should have
straight
it should have included
every category of worker in the public service. That we should have had documentation for them. It was never done.
And as of this moment, it's still not done, correct?
It's not done. It's not going to be done because the letter, when I say the 29th says, they answered that I've received already the salary review and there's no further review to provide.
All right, let me get to a couple of these texts. We're going to open up the lines, get through this stage of it. And we got Belinda for the full 2 hours, so we're going straight through it. All right, but texter, you all got to make me try to keep a straight face with some of these texts. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ, and to your guest. I'm sorry that you think your PM is capable of having an intelligent and honest conversation. He only has heart, no brain to convey intelligence or integrity. Ouch.
That's harsh.
That's cold,
texter.
man.
That's harsh.
I think he has a lot of... You can't catch all them flights without intelligence. Come on now. You can't live up to a flight schedule like that and being on the go with not having some sort of intelligence.
Prime Minister's a Casey. He's quite
knowledgeable, very smart. Now listen, I may take Mr. Davis to task as the PM, That's my baseball buddy now, and he got plenty baseball knowledge, plenty knowledge there. So,
Okay, let me read directly from the letter before you go to. So on this, I'm reading from the letter signed by the Prime Minister, dated the 26th of November, 2025, and it say on the matter of. Now, why you come up here? On the matter of the salary review report, the document provided to the union is the full and final report. There are no additional sections or attachments pending. Everything from the exercise has already been shared.
This is interesting, though. I remember the last time you were here and we discussed this. I said, this is my opinion, that I don't know if your members were ever intended to be included in this exercise, and that now we kind of have a little rush happening at the end to try to make, because politically it's looking crazy, right? But in terms of the communication after, because this is the part that I still want to be clear. From some reporting, we understand that some members received nothing.
Yes. Some members have communicated to me that they did not receive anything on their salaries. And that takes us back again to providing the information.
Right.
Because if you sent us the information, we have our executive, we have an area vice president for Grand Bahama. We have an area vice president for the Northern Bahamas, so that's your Bimini, your Abaco, your Andros. On the Berry Islands.
Yeah, northern.
Okay.
Northern
then
Bahamas.
we have the Southern Bahamas, so that's your Long Island, San Salvador,
Right.
Exuma,
A lot of
etc.
members.
Okay. So if they had provided me with the listing, I would have been able to separate them,
Right.
and give them to the area vice president and say, hey, reconcile this. Who in your schools are missing?
Right.
So if they had provided this list to us, we would have been able to provide to them.
Yeah.
After, hey, you sent us a list and we have XYZ, however you missing this person from this island or school, and we would have been able to compile a list to give to them.
has there been any truth to the rumors that in some cases people have received nothing?
Yeah.
I just wanted to reiterate that again.
Yeah, there are some persons
Because
they got nothing.
I mean, you and MJ going over the math and breaking it down.
I just said that
But
that
the
was
bottom
the
line,
thing that was a bit disturbing, because you still have to, in an exercise, you have 17,000 members. In an exercise as big as this, there could be errors, there could be clerical errors.
Right.
And so you really would need that information, because you will have persons saying, hey, well, what happened to me? This doesn't seem correct. And you have nothing to fall back on.
I don't want y'all to
them.
forget now. Kim C. Ferguson has even the wider public service. So you're talking about Ministry of Works, Ministry of Health. He has presence in Ministry of Education. He has presence in the hospital. He has all the securities, the janitresses.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
all over.
So I want to move forward just a little bit. So the payments were sent over. Did you know when the payments were coming, or did they come out as a surprise?
No, Mom.
You didn't know?
When I found out about the payments, that's when members. I didn't even see Algidas here.
Halkin? Okay.
Some persons called me, some workers called me who weren't even teachers, called me from other ministries. They weren't teachers.
Okay.
The first person to alert me was not even a teacher.
Oh.
Was from another ministry. And she said, I call to tell you, I have online banking and I only get $75. So I said, you already see your money? Yes, because I have online banking. And then persons started to call and say, I get $341. Someone else said they get $348. Someone else get $200. Someone get $250. Someone else said they got $150. So
Yeah.
So when we calculated it, then we realized that they gave 2 increments.
Right, but you still don't know the percentage.
I don't think they used any percentages.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
don't forget now, they didn't use any percentages because the percentages were derived from the salary review. But they never did a review.
For your members. Okay, we're going to have to take a quick break right here, but we're here with Bahamas Union of Teachers President, Ms. Belinda Wilson. We're going to hear about how her members reacted to the payments and then the subsequent conversation after that, because the Prime Minister has expressed disappointment. Ms. Wilson and her members have expressed even deeper disappointment. So we're going to get through all of that. You're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM with Naughty and MJ. We'll be right back.
Song they grew up on, and they records keep going, and they try put it in sing songs by ancient modern things. Some of the greatest stories ever told.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's, well worth the trip.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it, just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Going through tires faster than a hot knife through butter. One wheel going left, one wheel going right, while the car crying and trying to go down the road straight. Chief, you need to go into Muffler World and get your wheels aligned. Muffler World will set you on the straight and narrow in no time with computerized wheel alignment. And since the car is up already on the rack, take them one-tread tires off and get some new ones. Muffler World on Mackey Street got that computerized wheel alignment and brand new tires.
The holidays are all about traditions, the lights, the laughter, and the food you can't wait to dig into. KFC Deluxe sandwiches are the favorites that never miss a season. Bite into an extra large, juicy chicken filet with fresh lettuce, tomato, melty cheese, pickles, and creamy mayo, nestled on a buttery brioche bun. Make mealtime extra festive with the Festive Big Box for $15, featuring a KFC Deluxe sandwich and our new coconut dessert biscuit. Classic flavor, festive feel with KFC's Deluxe sandwiches. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
We're back at you on the Monday, December 1st edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty along with MJ and our special guest Belinda Wilson and your company right up until 6 p.m. Let's get to the phone lines and get these calls out of the way. Then once we deal with these calls, we'll take a, put a little pause on the calls. We'll get some more info in, and then we'll open the lines back up. Keep the texts coming in for us. We'll get to them. Texter, what you mean no errors? Naughty and MJ, you get nothing if you're not a PFP support. But what you all mean? Anyway, let's go back to the phone lines. Talking Heads. Talking Heads. All right, if you were on hold too long, call ahead us back, man, and we'll give you a chance to fire back. If you got a couple of seconds to fire back while I read these texts, and then if not, we'll jump right on into part two. Welcome to the talk show, Mrs. Wilson. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Who's going to set the record straight concerning workers and the employer, the government? Keep fighting and stay strong, from Grand Bahama.
Thank you.
Naughty, we have to pray and ask God to make Prime Minister Davis ring the bell so we can send him home. They are trying to provoke Madam President and the teachers to take it out on our children. They start examinations today. Jesus, Lord, we all going with this, man.
The teachers will never.
They wouldn't do that.
Such great, dedicated teachers, but I get the texter's point.
That's why it's so important.
Yeah.
To make sure they are compensated.
All
right,
don't skip over that.
We got the caller back, so let's get this
okay,
call.
go ahead.
Talking Heads.
Yes, thanks, E.G. Boy. I'm so happy you brought the Bahamas Union of Teachers, most admirable and smartest and capable of moving things. But I hate to know that the Prime Minister is saying that he gave them the money, not that the money came from some allotted fund. If you listen to how he phrased it, I gave them the increase. And I wonder if that money came out of his assets or the government. Because if you listen
taxpayers,
to if you listen to the way he's speaking it, the way he's saying it, he's trying to sell it as though it's coming out of his. So maybe we could find a way to make that possible, have him pay for it. And then doing so, we'll begin to take the junk out of Junkanoo because he's in it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, caller, for your something else today.
Don't skirt over the children.
Go ahead.
Because that's the downside for me as a union president and a teacher.
Yeah.
Because whenever we have to take industrial action, then we know that it negatively impacts the students. And let me just say, we love our students.
Oh, I know.
We love them.
I had some of the greatest teachers.
Yeah. But it comes a time when a man has to look out for himself or herself. And teachers, we're always on the back burner.
I think that you guys you have every right to be compensated, and in accordance to the pay scale that other portions of that ministry have been paid. But my question is, teachers are very important, and I don't think any teacher would be fighting for just salary. It's not because they don't love the kids. It's because they want to be compensated according to what they're worth, because they love teaching the kids and love giving back and building the nation.
And a lot of the money we get, and I'm going back to the children anyway.
But listen here, I don't think I think every kid could look back and say, yes, I had a teacher that I really liked and respected. I had a teacher that I couldn't stand, but I respected. But it's part of the cycle, it's part of growing up and being in a healthy school community. And if you need to please the external customer, which is the kids, you got to please the internal customer, which are the teachers.
Yeah.
The motivation has to be there.
So let's walk through what happened after these payments hit the account. So then you had persons calling you saying, well, I only got this, I only got that. Tell me something. Were your members generally, because there was this talk about other civil servants being paid retroactive to 2024, were they expecting more?
They were expecting more. And they were expecting more because we made, remember now, a part of this 17,000 groupings are persons who have to key in the thousands of dollars that the others got. So they were well aware of how much monies the other categories of persons received.
So what would have happened in that case? If they got retro to 2024, they would have got something that appeared to be like a lump sum to bring it up,
right,
and then the raise.
Right.
So
if they had given, let's say, teachers the lump sum,
right,
the retro, and we don't call it.
Let's call it retroactive to 2025.
So if you got 1 year,
right,
which was $700,
right,
so that would be for September 2024
from last year to
this year,
and then the two
increments for September and October,
right.
Then persons would have had $1,050, etc.
That's the kind of Christmas thing because the Prime Minister tied this into Christmas like Santa was coming.
But instead they got $37.50.
They got $75 times 2, so 150. Some got 200 because some persons' increments are 500.
Okay.
Some persons' increments are 600. Some are 700. Some are 450.
Right. All retro to September.
To September 2025. And the other thing, too, is the salary review was intended to correct a matter, but the matter is still not corrected.
Unresolved.
It's not resolved because the salary review would have said X amount if you would have done it, but you gave 2 increments. So we basically right back where we started.
Yeah. So you get the 2 increments. You don't get it retro to 2024. You have members calling you, and then you do what next? What was your next move?
Let me go back. Actually, on Tuesday, the 28th of November, we had a general membership meeting.
Okay.
And members were expressing their concerns, and that's another thing I'm going to zone into for y'all today. The concerns are not only surrounding this salary review.
Right.
See, the government drown over all the money, we give them an increase.
Right.
But our matters, 14 various matters that concerns members of the BUT and members of the Bahamas Public Services Union. So based on the list of outstanding concerns and the complaints that members would have given in the meeting and even otherwise, I then launched a poll. And the questions was simple and straightforward. So the questions were, in light of all of the outstanding matters, do we take industrial action? 87.8% of the members who responded voted yes.
Did you?
The second question
Go ahead.
was, should we take a strike vote? 92% of the respondents said yes.
Okay, just let me ask this question for the trolls out there on social media that are hurling all kind of misinformation and, for lack of a better word, bad BS. The 80-some% and the 92% is reflective than more than 12 members, correct?
Listen.
I hate to be facetious, but I have to, because you have some ignorant trolls out there trying to stand on that, which makes no sense.
Much more than 12 members. And guess what? I'm not going to reveal the number today because we have a second survey that I sent out this morning as to what form of industrial action the members want to take. And so I won't give the enemy our internal information, but I could say to you, we are very pleased of
the response,
the number of respondents
persons who
that
responded.
We have.
So you talk about industrial action, which seems to be the direction that your members that responded want to go in.
And there's different levels.
Tell us about some of the.
We can't tell you all of the tools.
general,
we can't tell you all the tools.
Not all of the tools
in the arsenal.
Not all of the tools
but
in the arsenal.
People believe that marching to Bay Street is they can march.
Right.
There are so many other things that we can do without even moving our feet.
I wonder, because we are in December, you do have school kids that are taking exams, prepping for exams, and that's probably one of the concern of a lot of parents. What can you say to the parents out there that see this situation unfolding and are a little bit worried that, oh my goodness, if they do take action or something happens, perhaps this is going to negatively impact my child who's taking exams right now? What do you say to parents?
What I say to parents is, come and join us, because this isn't something that just arose overnight. This is something that we've been talking about, we've been agitating for, we've been writing to the Prime Minister, we've been going to his office, we've been meeting, we've been asking, could you please respond to us? So parents sometimes, if they join us, the teachers, and they may not want to walk on the street, but they can speak up. You have PTAs.
Right.
You have school boards. They are quite aware of some of the challenges that teachers face day to day. So I wish that sometimes they would speak up, because a lot of times it's my voice. Oh, Belinda again? So you need some others, and you always be messaging me and hiding your hand. Come out, support the teachers. The fight that we're doing is for the betterment of education, better benefits, happier teachers, more productivity, and it's for the betterment of your children and for the education system.
Okay, here we go. Buckle up. I got some quick text to get in, and then we can continue. Good afternoon, Naughty and your guest. Even the dog's upset with the PRP. I overheard a student from Ellen Coakley say dogs came and killed some of the chickens at the school. Good afternoon, Naughty, MJ, and your guest. You all should strike to make your message clear. Yes, our kids may feel the pinch. We are in support of the teachers and public servants taking a strong stand. Enough talk and marching. Enough talk and more marching. Children in Jamaica have no schools to go to, so let's have our... Okay, let's have our Melissa. I don't...
Yeah, you should be clear on that text, so we're not sure what you mean.
You need to take a texting course real quick. Tell the parents to call the OPM on Grand Bahama, New Providence, and their MPs. We can get there. Don't go there yet. Just calm down. We can get there. Mrs. Wilson, as a nurse, you are my hero. I work for PHA, and we did not get a penny. Now they want to do digital fingerprinting for us to clock in. Then the government saying nurses are valuable. Ingram used to give $1,200 without all the drama. I miss those days. Ms. Wilson, please go on some of these other talk shows that seem to be heavily biased and let me see the reactions toward you. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. The union leader. Why don't the union leaders give some workers some relief from their heart?
I'm going to address that.
Okay. Naughty and MJ, good afternoon. Please ask Mrs. Belinda Wilson what will she do with the situation at BTVI and the individual that is causing outright chaos down at that institution.
Okay, so we'll go to maybe get our opinion on BTVI, but let's go
There's
back.
a couple of things
There's plenty things.
There's plenty things.
There you
the
go.
one,
Go right
the
ahead.
one before that, though.
Okay.
The one right before that.
About the union leaders giving to their members from their heart.
Let's address that.
Yeah,
Wilson.
before I address that, I want to address this. Teachers taking industrial action also shows their students how to stand up for their rights. Something about what the union giving the workers
Out of the
a
goodness of
release
your-
from their heart.
out of your heart.
Okay, let me say this. First of all, the Bahamas Union of Teachers, we are the only union in the world. 32 million workers and 192 countries that pay our shop stewards a stipend.
Wow.
Every Christmas, we give vouchers to our gift certificates to our members. Since I became president in 2008, 2009, on January 1st, 2010, we started we call it a pension plan, but it's a one-time retirement benefit. When there is like a hurricane, etc., we assist our members. We used to have a small loan program, but many people don't pay.
Okay. Okay.
So we had to pull back. We had to pull back from that. So the unions, we do assist our members. Probably we don't tout it enough, but we do have benefits.
And again, how many members are in your union?
So my union will have about 2,500 members.
And all of those get gift certificates at the Christmas time, correct?
Runs us into $100,000, $90,000 Christmas.
The people got their gift certificate and they need it and they look forward to it.
And then out of the dues, we take a portion out of the dues that we put to Providence Advisors Limited every month for our members when they are retiring or they resign or there's a death. So we give a small death benefit.
Right.
But the union's work really is two things, to represent your members when they need representation and collective bargaining. So the other benefits are a plus.
Right.
All right, we got several texts to get to. We're going to get to some calls, but we do have to get into the break. Obviously, 4:57 p.m. is the time. We got the news coming up at 5. Right after the news, we're going to get right back into our discussion, our interview, our candid interview with our special guest, Belinda Wilson. And, of course, she is the president. Let me get it right now.
Union of Teachers. You know that one.
Yeah.
And also the Bahamas National Alliance of Trade Union Congress. And we're going to find out, get her reaction, because there was a reaction out of the office of the Prime Minister. We're going to talk to Ms. Wilson about that reaction and also where we go from here, how this can possibly be resolved. You're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM with Naughty MJ and our very special guest today, Mrs. Belinda Wilson. We're going to break for the news and we'll be right back.
Executed, just back. I am lyrically ill. 90s, I am programmed to kill. Tell the whole of them dirty man, him really come hot this year. Where them a go do, they hold me. Or they hear me, or they give me wicked this year. Not even water can cool me. Not a mercy. Come now, DJ Vista, get to the silver rearrange. Think positive and come on the front page. Come in them know, say you're lyrically brave. Hold the pace right back to what the kid. No matter with after 2 years, you start fade. Right now, this one lyrics parade me.
'Tis the season to crunch and be merry with KFC's festive feast. Gather around the table, the laughter, and the people you love most with KFC flavor that makes every moment brighter. So whether you're here for original memes or spicy moments, gather round for the memories that truly matter. Share 8 juicy pieces of your favorite KFC chicken with 4 buttery biscuits and make it extra festive with your favorite sides. Make moments full of flavor, not dish duty. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more, there's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, Duty Free Caribbean, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
We're going down with all them songs. I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient man and things. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a
You've got it logged and loaded to the Monday, December 1st edition of Talking Heads. Naughty and MJ and your company right up until 6 p.m. Twin them bringing us in with Grew Up On. Definitely feeling that cut right there.
Yeah, really talented.
And of course, like I said, looking forward to seeing them at the Don't Blink Home Run Derby. That's going on this week. As a matter of fact, we got a busy weekend. We got Thursday night, we got a celebrity game. And then they got the kids camp. And then, Saturday is the Derby.
That year went by really, really quickly. All right.
Now, couple of things. And I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go.
We're going to get right back into this. Same thing applies. We're going to open up the phone lines in short order. Text us, or 1.5 million of you all. I can get to you all right after this. But MJ and I, we definitely got to address a certain issue now. I'm
just wondering, because we do have reporting in The Guardian that on Friday, in response to you, Mrs. Wilson, Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Luce Raming, he defended the increased amounts, saying that they shouldn't be viewed in isolation, but rather in the context of the Davis administration's broader commitment to equity within the public sector salary adjustments over the last 4 years. What's your response to that?
I don't expect Latre to say anything differently. He has his talking points, which he's spewing.
Right.
But the reality of the facts are clear.
What do you think of the Prime Minister saying that he was disappointed in the response of your union and members?
Well, as I said, we were disappointed in the Prime Minister also. The civil servants are disappointed in the Prime Minister because this matter did not have to spiral to this point.
Right.
We've been writing to him, communicating with him via telephone, WhatsApp messages, email, and so he should have ensured that we had the relevant information that we needed to have. He should have ensured that prior to persons going to the bank and discovering that they have $150 or $341, etc., they should have communicated with myself and Mr. Ferguson, letting us know how they arrived at it, giving us the listing, and we would not be here today. They should have responded to all of the other matters that we sent to them, which are also pertinent and important for our members, both BUT and the BPSU.
What do you say to critics who keep saying, well, you know, the Prime Minister didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to give you guys anything. Before you answer, let me just say, me, just as a citizen and taxpayer, I would hope that, you know, our Prime Minister, our Cabinet, our members of Parliament have justification for any time they use taxpayer money in this way and not just say, oh, it was just, you know, from my heart. I hope they have a reasonable and actual, clear justification for spending taxpayer money in this way. But to the critics who say he didn't have to do anything, what do you say, Ms. Wilson?
Well, he didn't have to do anything, but he said that he did a salary review.
Right.
They are aware that the teachers' salaries and other civil servants' salaries are not on par with quasi or even other similar entities. So again, he said,
right,
he's going to pay.
One of the justifications that he used for the increases of the senior and middle management civil servants was that, you know, they did the review and they realized that those persons needed some protection against inflation, everything that's happened in the past few years. I haven't heard that particular talking point with your members, and that's kind of disappointing because I feel like if you're protecting the persons that make the higher salary scales from inflation, then you should have that same impetus, maybe even more, to help persons at the lower end of the salary scale.
So you're protecting someone from inflation who's making $104,750 per year, who's getting $20,000 responsibility allowance, who's getting $12,000 housing allowance to live in their own home, who have our laptop, our cell phone, our vehicle, gas, getting their pension money and a salary, and getting insurance until they die. You protecting them from inflation, but the workers who are at the lower end of the scale, they're not being protected. The $260 dollars per month worker, the teacher who's been working, the nurse, the police officer, the prison officer, the custom officer, the immigration officer, those who keep the country moving, who are experiencing the same inflation, but at a higher level because the salary lower.
Yeah, politically, the optics on that explanation are really bad. That's why I think they did something. But again, I don't think your members, I'll be honest, were ever intended to be a part of this.
They were not.
Process.
Ooh, buckle up, here we go. Let's get to some text.
Okay.
Naughty kindly asked Mrs. Wilson what she will do with the situation at BTVI with one individual causing outright chaos in that institution. Also, Latrell Rahman also posted on social media that he was disrespected when Mrs. Wilson referred to him as a boy doing a man's job. What is your response?
Well, BTVI does not fall under me, but once I saw the action going on, I did reach out to their president, Ernesto Williams, and the first question I asked him was, did you put in writing your concerns? And he said, yes, they put their concerns in to not only Ms. Davis, who they're having the issue with, but also with the board. See, because that's the first step. Put your concern. See, because if you don't put it in writing, what you put in writing is a grievance. What you just talk about is a gripe. Go get some gripe water and go sit down. But if you put it in writing, that starts the ball rolling. That means that you've written something and you stand by what you've written and you read. That's the first step toward whatever action you're going to do.
And then speaking of gripe water, what's your take on the response that Mr. Rahming had as far as social media goes since you said gripe water?
I can buy him a baby bottle I can buy him a baby bottle.
All right. Naughty and MJ, good afternoon to you guys. If I were the PM right now, I would review shoe size and all just to make myself look good for the upcoming election.
Do what?
I would review shoe size and all.
Okay. I gotcha.
Good afternoon, Naughty and you guys. You can say you did a salary review and at the same time say he's doing it out of his pockets.
Yeah, but he's not doing it out of his pockets. It's taxpayer money.
Good
Thank you,
afternoon, Naughty
Jackson.
and your guest and Ms. Wilson. Acting PM Latrell Ramey is not making any sense. Never imagined PM
Did he
Davis
say
would not
acting PM?
would not have the fortitude nor the labor minister the audacity to speak for themselves.
What has
Yes, and that's what I
has
took
the
exception to.
Interaction been
Yeah,
like?
so I took exception to there's a media a press conference. We've taken the matter. We've been to the Minister of Labor. We meet with the Minister of Labor quarterly.
Okay.
And a lot of these matters, the Minister of Labor was unable to resolve. That's why we went to the Prime Minister, who is the boss, where the buck stops. So
who's your supervisor?
To have Latrell Ramey responding to us, to me, that's disrespectful. Because if we wrote to the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister was unable to address us, like how he did a whole national address to lie and say, I cuss, then if he didn't have time to address us, then the Minister of Labor should have addressed us or the Director of Labor. Because these matters we've taken to them already, all of them.
But I mean, if you call in a grown man when your father daddy, I mean, they gotta call you little boy. All right, let me get to this. There is no data security for biometrics. There is no law in existence as of 5 p.m. today to protect data. Remember, security and data protection laws are two separate events, though the PLP is stating them as of the defective data bill provides security. As if the defective data bill provides security.
But I want to say something about the nurses having to go and do their fingerprints, or persons at the hospital. The issue that I have is that they are represented by a union or unions.
Right.
So if you are thinking about changing how they swipe in, that calls for a consultation and a discussion with their representatives, with the unions. And you say to the unions, hey, this is what we have, this is how it works. We want to start it on this date. Can you go back? Can you speak with your people? Can you come back and give us feedback? That's what social dialogue's supposed to be.
Yeah. And I think it's important for Bahamians to understand that, and I know that a lot of us do, but sometimes I hear these comments about, well, why is the union involved in this? Imagine our employees, our civil servants that are so important to us as like our movie stars, right? There are our stars. They get so much done. They move the country forward. They're great for the institution. Let's call them Denzel Washington. Let's call them all Denzel Washington.
For God's sake, don't call him Rick Ross.
Denzel Washington is on a movie set, right? The movie set will be like the job, the government, the job, the employers that actually, pay him to be on that movie set. You don't go and change anything about what you expect him to do. You don't amend his contract. You don't do any of that without going through his agent. So when you hear Ms. Wilson and others say that, the employer
we are the bargaining agent.
You have to go through and I know that's really, really
that's
simple
basic.
for everyone to understand.
And let me just,
so there's nothing. You can't even give Denzel a bonus without going through his agent.
That's
so
why Micah Parsons is in Green Bay right now. That's why Mike in Green Bay right now.
You got the stars. Our civil servants are our stars. You go through their agent.
All right,
Simple as that.
We got some calls. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, pleasure. Good afternoon, Naughty, MJ, and good afternoon to the
good afternoon.
in-town woman who is never scared.
Never scared.
Never scared. Good. Listen, I want to ask you, Mrs. Wilson, has Mr. Bernard Evans ever been in any of your negotiations?
Bernard Evans is a consultant for the government. He's been in maybe 1 or 2 sessions, but he's made no contribution.
Yes, I am wondering, what is this? Because I thought he was brought in to mitigate all of these things to the Prime Minister, because every time I hear some gripe going on, we got to call the Prime Minister. And I think we are paying these consultants millions of dollars, you know what I mean?
There are many labor consultants, but they do not liaise with us, and we have to keep going to the prime minister or the minister or the permanent secretary.
No, man, the prime minister should be focused on running the country. This shouldn't. All of these things should never. You have the director of labor and all of these other layers before you, and none of them can solve these problems, and we are paying them hundreds of thousands of every year, and they just sitting down collecting, doing nothing.
You're making a good point, caller.
Yeah. Anyhow, we got to fix this. Right?
Desperately, we got to fix it. Okay, this one kind of. We got any other calls? Will be good for now. Okay. If the Prime Minister and the Minister of Labor are so proud of all these historic, air quotes, union contracts they claim to have signed and then negotiated, then riddle me this. Why are so many unions striking, protesting, and all fed up? Good question.
But the signing, okay, if I could give them credit, I will give them credit that, yes, they signed about 59 industrial agreements. The problem is they are the first set to breach the agreements that they signed.
Yeah, that's problematic.
They made history. They're the first to ever breach it.
Yeah, they breached the agreements that they signed.
For all the wrong reasons. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. We love your guest, Belinda Wilson, a true leader of fairness, equality, and transparency. Keep up the great work, President Wilson. You're doing an awesome job, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
This is a funny one right here. Naughty, little chicken don't like being called little children. It only hurts if it's true. Go take several seats, literally. Good evening, Naughty and MJ, and your guest. Mrs. Wilson, it's outrageous what this government has done to the teachers, the nurses, and policemen, etc., are not appreciated in this country. Good day, Naughty and MJ, your guest, Ms. Wilson. I appreciate Mrs. Wilson's honesty at all times, especially when she's dealing with these lies that are perpetrated by this administration. The PM is not brave. He is very weak when it comes to Bahamians, but very strong when dealing with these foreign nationals who he claims that he is one of them. Please, Bahamians, wake up before it's too late. This is another glaring example of how they really feel about us.
So let's look forward a little bit, because I'm sure that there are a lot of parents, like I say that, but let's go to the phone lines first. Talking Heads.
Good evening, MJ. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Awesome. Just tuned in. I had heard that Ms. Wilson would be in, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. And so I wanted to...
No, you got her.
I think you were about to ask her, what's the future?
Mm-hmm, go ahead.
So I want to know, I want to thank her for her efforts. And I think a lot of this has been missed and gone over a lot of people's head. And she's done an amazing job trying to explain why she has taken the stand. And I commend her for the stance that she has taken in the representation for public servants. However, I now want to know, what is the next move? Where do we go from here in terms of continuing to advocate for some understanding of what has happened or what is taking place? Because what I know is key, that I know is that if the union is a bargaining body, how could you give them a gift? How could you give public servants a gift or make any decisions that affect their salaries and that not be a breach of contract?
Yeah, great.
And so I want to know, where do we go from here? And I want people to understand that this woman isn't making noise just because she's in the position as union president to make noise. But I myself, I have a wife who's impacted by this.
Right.
Where do we go from here as a people who deserve more? Or if we don't deserve more, if we only deserve an explanation as to how we got to, how did we get to $341? How?
Yeah.
At least explain it to us even before you made the decision.
Yeah, no, very, very valid points, caller. I agree with all of them. And I, too, want to know from Ms. Wilson where we go in from here. Thank you. Let's give her an opportunity to answer.
Let me also say this, too. You know, prior to putting even a letter, whether it's adverse or commendation, on an employee's file, we are supposed to have a copy of whatever it is you putting on their file.
Right. Yeah, no, and I think, I mean, the government knows this. I think maybe some Bahamians still don't quite understand your role and how important it is for you to be the representatives of the employees, even down to one. Even if it's one person involved, you're their representative, you should be involved in that matter. But what is the way forward? Where are we going from here?
They never know how important it is until they get in trouble. and I got to hold your hand and go in a meeting and save your job. That's because we help other people too outside of our union.
I would imagine.
And then they say, I never did like union, but now I understand
your role and what it is that you do.
When we speak about going forward, the first thing is the Prime Minister, the permanent secretaries, everybody, all of us need to realize that respect goes both ways.
Okay.
Communication, both ways. But the government has to stop making unilateral decisions. That's against the law. You cannot make a decision by yourself and then come and tell people, we're doing this tomorrow. We're doing that starting Tuesday. No. You have recognized trade unions that represent their people. You send us the information, give us an opportunity to review it and to give our input, and then let's meet and let's discuss. We need dialogue. That's the first thing. Consultation. We are educated people. The teachers, we have bachelor's degrees, master degrees, teacher certification. So we can understand. So once you're around the table, you give us the pros and the cons. We understand. We give you our view, and we're able to articulate that view to our members. So once there's dialogue, there's consultation, we need to have these matters resolved. So the matters that, the salary review, the salary increases, you gave them. You did not do the 2% to 8%. You have not provided us with the listing. You've paid the people the money. For the public service, there's a service-wide promotion exercise for security officers, messengers, janitorial staff, the general service workers, the persons at the Department of Information Technology, some who are working out of the Prime Minister's office, BIS staff. We need to know what is their status. We have persons in the Bahamas Union of Teachers. We still have teachers home from UB from May waiting to be hired,
Oh, really?
Waiting to be hired, and school is going to close in another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Still waiting to be hired.
How does that work?
We have persons still waiting on confirmation letters, back pay, reassessments. So rental allowances, rental increases. We still have a teacher shortage. We still have a Janice Moss, the Deputy Director of Education, talking down to teachers and staff, and we ask them to have her reassign. We still asking the Prime Minister what disciplinary action is going to be brought against Financial Secretary Simon Wilson. These are things we wrote to the Prime Minister.
Cleverly might meet you in the parking lot.
And I ready for him.
That's why I know.
We have displaced persons from civil aviation. You have the Food and Safety Lab. They're working. They need hazardous allowances. We wanted the new salary scale, the review book. With the there's an abuse of administrative leave. I have teachers on administrative leave now for 4 years.
What?
Getting this, and I've been writing to the permanent secretary just about every week.
Oh, boy.
Let's get to this call real quick. Wow. Talking Heads.
Hello.
Talking Heads.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Solidarity forever.
Solidarity.
I'm on the phone right now. I'm still at school, still in school. And that's the nature of teachers. We don't stop working.
There you go.
And so I want to say that I'm in 100% support of President Belinda Wilson, even though I'm not covered by her. Because private school teachers should be covered by her as well.
You're my former member, though. I know the voice. Government eye.
All the time, all the way.
All right. Good to hear from you.
So you still have...
I still will go on.
Go on. I can wait for the list. Go finish the list.
BUT Galena on medical insurance enrollments have been suspended.
Since when? And when you all...
We were just informed of this about a month now. The bi-weekly salary payments for civil servants. The Prime Minister say It's off the table.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Pia
happening.
Glover called me 2 weeks ago, messaged me a couple of weeks ago, still talking about it. I said, you need to go talk to the Prime Minister.
I think he said
Because
it's
as
off
far
the
as we're
table.
concerned, it's off the table.
Yeah.
The oracle and the verification for the public service, which again brings us to the safety of data and data protection and data sovereignty, etc. There's a memo that Simon Wilson, the FS, wrote on January the 3rd, 2025, saying that, let's say you owed from 6 years ago, saying that you will not, your salary will not be adjusted if you were owed over 5 years.
Wait a minute.
Okay, we've asked the Prime Minister to have that memo rescinded from March the 4th, 2025.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair at all.
There's a memorandum of understanding that Dr. Davil said that he has with the Philippines. We saw it in the newspaper. So that has to do with workers coming into the country.
Right.
So we want to know what's happening with that. And as we said to the Prime Minister, this list is not exhaustive. So people keep talking about, oh, you only round with money, a gift. It was not a gift. It did not come from his pocket. It did not come from his bank book. It came from the taxpayers' money.
Exactly.
As a result
It was a gift from us.
As a result of a so-called salary review that did not happen.
We have another caller on the line. Talking Heads. Talking
Miss
Heads.
Wilson,
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you or your listeners or Naughty or MJ just heard what you said. That if the government of the Bahamas owe you that you are in receipt or the union is in receipt of a memorandum from the financial secretary that if the government of the Bahamas owes you for more than 5 years, you won't be paid for those additional years.
Yes,
so
sir.
Does it mean that if I owe the government for more than 5 years, I ain't got to pay them for more than the additional 5 years?
That's not what the memo said.
Yeah. No, we
and let me also say this. There are some human resource sections that already calculated the funds, submitted them to the public service, and Simon Wilson, the financial secretary, sent instructions for those files to be sent back to the various ministries. So we have persons who are owed not by any fault of theirs, because if I started this year and I was to be confirmed next year, and you didn't confirm me for the last 6 or 7 years, which means that my increments, the progression of my salary has not been done.
You miss benefits.
How you could turn around now and say
too bad
the
for you.
adjustments will not be done if it's over 5 years, that the salary adjustments will not be done?
A lot of this, or I shouldn't say a lot, some of this sounds like we're not getting the communication from government that we should be getting. I know that as citizens, a lot of people feel that way. But as union members, you guys probably feel that way too. How much of this could be resolved with regular, respectful communication from, the government?
Okay, let me go again. As the Bahamas National Alliance Trade Union Congress, we've only, this is only our 4th year. But I must say that from our inception, we've been meeting quarterly with the Minister of Labor. The things that I have articulated today, I probably was articulating from the first meeting. So that's why we took it now to the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Who is the boss.
Yeah, because when you talk about your correspondence with the financial secretary, all of that, Ministry of Finance, that would be the Prime Minister. You have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on Talking Heads.
Good afternoon.
Hi, caller.
To all of you.
Good afternoon.
Madam President,
Yes,
I am
ma'am.
a retired teacher. I am a teacher and I will always be a teacher even though I'm retired. Be encouraged. Keep up the fight. This reminds me of 1981. Keep up the fight.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, caller.
All right, let me get to these couple of texts. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ, and your guest. You can't brag about progress while the workers themselves are in the streets demanding better. It proves exactly what we've been saying. Their talk is loud, but their results are empty. So sick of minor leaguers getting called up to the majors without being ready. I like giving young people a chance, but no crying in baseball, Latrell. Oh, God.
Ooh.
Great movie, League of Their Own, by the way.
League of Their Own. Very good movie. No crying in baseball.
No, Tom Hanks. Naughty, are public officers supposed to receive gifts? Is it bribery when doing your duty?
But actually, General Order speaks to the receipt of gifts.
Naughty,
It's not allowed.
Naughty and MJ, good afternoon. I never liked unions myself, but after serving with the TUC and Rock Morris, I realized that bad bias, shady management created unions. So I think there's a need for them.
That is true. We are unnecessary evil.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ and Madam Wilson. I love Madam Wilson. Ministry of Works technical staff don't even have basic insurance.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a lot of issues. So you still need to know, you still need that list of, the payments that went to each of your members. That's outstanding. You still need a response to several questions and items that you have on the agenda. Do you anticipate any further communication? Because it kind of sounds like where we're at now is we made the payments. Yeah, everybody disappointed. We moving on.
I really don't expect, because the letter again that was written, signed by the Prime Minister, and it's November the 26th, 2025, and they said, to ensure this discussion continues in a productive manner, I have been in communication with the Minister of Labor and the Public Service, and it was noted that you have agreed to meet on the 29th of January, 2026, to continue ongoing dialogue. In the meantime, we ask that you address any additional questions or concerns you may have in writing, and we will likewise respond in writing to ensure that all concerns, positions, and decisions are fully documented by all parties. And so this also means to me, because the letter that we wrote to the Prime Minister on the 15th of October, we asked the Prime Minister for a meeting. So for you to respond that way, you do not intend
There's no meeting.
to meet, and you telling us about a meeting, which is in January.
The end of January next year.
Yes. Yes.
January could be a busy month. Everything is January.
So that's why I said the letter was generalized, it was vague and weak.
All right, let me get to this text. I got a couple of texts. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ, and good afternoon, Madam President Wilson. Your care and concern for people goes beyond the BUT. I love to hear your voice for the nation, and belated Happy Women's Week. You're a nurturer, wife, teacher, mother, and leader extraordinaire. Continue to keep every government and official and slackers' feet to the fire to mark the manner of our bearing. Like one artist sings, I'm not settling, I deserve the best. May God continue to bless you and your family. And I think that was Ricardo Clark who sang that song.
Thank you very much.
Naughty and MJ, good afternoon. Can you please ask your guests, have the teachers lost any salary?
What that's supposed to mean?
They lost on the raises.
What that's supposed to mean?
Yeah, I'm not certain.
Tell them don't be sarcastic.
Yeah, I'm not certain what that means. But if you're listening, texter, Ms. Wilson described the whole process that happened with the senior civil servants. That did not happen with her members. And also, we're not getting a clear explanation. We don't know why this wasn't retroactive to September 2024. So if you wanna go there, if you're touting that you gave that to the senior civil servants and you made the impression that everybody was going to be treated fairly and equally, then yes, they have lost because they did not get retroactive to 2024, if that answers your question.
Boy, I tell you, these taxes, you're all on fuego today. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Ask Mrs. Wilson if PM Davis makes her minister how many weeks she needs to find this and what other unions are facing. Sarcasm, you're trying to be funny today.
I had a question. Say it again.
Yeah.
If he makes me a what?
If he makes her minister, how many
Minister
weeks she
of what?
needs to find this and what other unions are facing? I guess the information that you need for your union. If you were the minister, how fast would it take you to find the information that you cannot get now for your union and for other unions?
Well, I could tell you.
I think that's the translation.
Well, I could tell you it would be fast because we have persons who are getting a salary who should be the ones who producing the information for the Prime Minister. So I can tell you one thing, they'll produce my information or they'll have to find another department to go in.
Okay. There you have it. Here's another text. Naughty, this is about the government being cash-starved with no economic growth in the economy to generate the needed revenue. And again, I think this was about an early election in September, but some moves by Trump tripped that up. And then December was reset because Minister Miller died. Now it's March. Now March is threatened due to lackluster results from the by-election. Boy, you got your whole theory together, Texter.
I wonder, though, because, the texter brought to mind, so we hear this figure of 20 million being thrown around. That's how much they committed to this exercise. Do we even know?
That's what he said.
Do we even know? Do we have a way to know how much was spent?
I have no documentation in front of me because I don't know who got what amount. So if we had the documentation, Kim C. Ferguson and I, we would look and we would see who got $150, who got $341. You calculate that times whoever, and you would know how much it is. So we don't know.
Here's another one. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ, and to your guest, Ms. Wilson. Please let Belinda know that she's a champion as a unionist for 21 years and 7 consecutive elections. And that does not happen if you are not a great representative for those teachers.
2 more years to go and counting.
The PM.
I'm counting.
Counting down.
The PM and all those PRP trolls who try to talk down on Ms. Wilson because she's speaking up for the teachers who deserve better under this lousy gangster PRP government. This government should be ashamed and should be replaced.
I mean, we have to do things in order.
And I actually was elected 10 times, though. I mean, 7 consecutive times now, but I was elected 10 times.
And more to come.
No. This my last leg. I got the baton.
You're ready to pass it?
I hold it. I hold the baton.
But that's how we got to, obviously.
No, go ahead.
What I'm getting here, right, is a little bigger than this, too. I think, looking at the text, listening to the calls, we need more voices like Belinda's that are willing to speak up and challenge the system on what's going on. Because I think some of the same effects that her union are going under, other unions are feeling it, and now they're feeling the need to talk about it. I'm getting text here from government agencies and saying, listen, don't say which agency I work at, but be ready to go, ring the bell. I think there's an overwhelming fervor among Bahamians to ring the bell, let's get at it.
I can say this.
I want you to speak.
What we lacking in the country is advocacy. See, because, I'm advocating for my BUT members and then by extension, members of the public service and other unions that fall under my umbrella as the Congress president. But the country needs some advocates. I don't know color. I don't know red, gold, black, whatever. Some advocates. We need a movement in this country.
We do.
And we need persons who are going to speak on every issue that impacts us.
And I think what you hit the nail on the head, and I had mentioned it earlier, and MJ and I had talked about it. We need it to be a collective, that it's non-political, meaning that it's Bahamians speaking for Bahamians, because we all feel the pinch one way or another. We could relate to how you feel it in your unions. Other unions could relate to how you feel it. Other parts of the private and the public sector could feel it. The Bahamians need to come together as Bahamians.
The We March had the idea.
But it was hijacked by some individuals with political agendas.
When I went out there and I saw persons, I had on my black shirt and I was marching too. And I saw persons from, every corner of this country.
Yeah.
It was like, yes, this it.
Bahamians. Speaking up for Bahamians.
Maybe we need to all sit down and come together collectively and try to.
Let's talk about it.
We got a caller on the line, Talking Heads.
Yes, a pleasant good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Naughty, my good friend, Don Lockhart, yes, sir.
Hey, how are you, Don? Long time no talk.
Yes, I know.
Now, which hat you got on today, Don? You got on your yellow hat, or you got on your red hat, or you got on your blue hat? Which hat you get on?
I got on Belinda Wilson hat.
Beautiful.
Oh, there you go.
Well, go ahead, Don. Go ahead.
We need people like you, Naughty, Belinda Wilson, and the lady in there.
MJ, my wife, definitely.
Right. We need people like us to run this country, not parasites and termites. You understand? And I've been out there in the trenches and following Belinda Wilson for years. And I'm not going to stop because we need a revolution in this country to let these fellas understand that it is Bahamian first or nothing.
You got me, brother. You're speaking my language.
Yes, Naughty. I tired of them. I get rid of them 25 years ago. And I'll be out there advocating on behalf of Bahamian and this country as long as the Lord allow breath in my body.
Well, Don,
I am not going to let none of them stop me.
Good to hear from you. And obviously keep on calling in. Don't be a stranger. And obviously keep on listening out because obviously, let me get that out of my vocab. Clearly, we need to put something together because I think there are a lot of like-minded Bahamians that want to get to this point as well, to have all the collective voices heard. Let's get to the phone lines.
Talking Heads.
Good afternoon, MJ and Naughty and the GOAT.
Good
That's
afternoon.
Who I describe as the greatest trade unionist of all time. Belinda Wilson.
Yes, Cleaver Dog, I know that voice.
And of course, we get victimized.
But hey, before you get into it, Cleaver, your Bills did good for you last night, man.
You know, for over 20 years, I could care less about that. You know, It's about country. So when you're ready, Madam President, when you're ready to shut the country down.
Nah, that's another big voice right there, Cleaver.
You know, let's shut it down. But when I demonstrate, I don't want to demonstrate for no 3-4 hours. I want to go ahead and sit there.
Go there and have a seat. I hear you. I hear you.
I want to sit there. If you don't want to demonstrate, let's do it like how they did it in 1958. And compel them to come out and so we could get people in there to deal with our interests. But Naughty, I'm still concerned about what went down in Golden Isles. We still need to find out exactly who were voting, why they were voting, how recent they were naturalized, and how recent they got their voter's card. You see, I don't believe those 4,000 votes that they claim they can't find. I believe that on election day, they will show up because, bear in mind, all eyes were on Golden Isles. That was the only one. But when you have 39 constituencies at it, these new people will decide our elections like they did in Golden Isles. And so for that particular reason alone, we're ready now to do what we need to do to get these politicians to push our interests as opposed to some other people's interests by creating all of these voting blocks all over the place. But, Madam President, whenever you're ready.
All right, good stuff, Cleaver. I appreciate your calls as always, man. And that's another one.
What you saying about his Bills last night?
Yeah, Cleaver, your Bills did good for you yesterday, boy. They punch up on them Steelers. I like it.
Bounce back.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ guest. Obie Ferguson is the greatest problem for all the union's problems, or the biggest cause of all the union's problems. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ guest. I'm with Don Lockhart on that. He is a true warrior for this country, both he and Cleaver Duncombe. Yes, indeed. All right, we got to get to this break and we'll be back to wrap up. But we on settling.
I do want to find out from Miss Wilson. You know, she's such a hero to so many people. Like, we look at what you do and what you do for your members, and a lot of people say, yes, keep up the fight, because we see the fight that you have within you. But I'm going to get a little bit into, how that's been affecting you, being the hero, shero, superwoman, all that stuff. We're going to ask her about that and so much more. You're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM with Naughty, MJ, and our very special guest, the president of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Ms. Belinda Wilson. We'll be right back.
Why they settle, I don't know. So many options, so many choices, but so many voices want you to believe that you can't achieve, but you're gonna make it if you don't settle. Yeah, I'm not settling. I deserve the best.
Flame
Grill tastes better. And to Burger King Nassau, you'll see our legendary Whopper with cheese is made with 100% flame grilled beef for that juicy and smoky barbecue flavor you love. Topped with fresh ingredients and nestled in an even fluffier bun. And right now, enjoy BK's Whopper with cheese combo with fries and a drink for just $9, including that. The King gives more food and more flavor for an unbeatable price. Taste the flame grill difference at any of Burger King's 7 locations in Nassau.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape. A Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
The wait is over. The all-electric Geely Radara pickup is back at Easy Car Sales. Choose from 5 all-new 2026 models, complete with dual cab comfort, impressive cargo space, great towing ability, and tech features straight from the future. The perfect pickup for both work and play is 100% electric elegance, complete with factory warranty. Arrange a test drive before December 8th for a chance to win an Everything Christmas box. Visit easy242.com or call 461-0100 to get started.
The holidays are all about traditions, the lights, the laughter, and the food you can't wait to dig into. KFC Deluxe sandwiches are the favorites that never miss a season. Bite into an extra large, juicy chicken filet with fresh lettuce, tomato, melty cheese, pickles, and creamy mayo, nestled on a buttery brioche bun. Make mealtime extra festive with the Festive Big Box for $15, featuring a KFC Deluxe sandwich and our new coconut dessert biscuit. Classic flavor, festive feels with KFC's Deluxe sandwiches. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
So many did before me. I'm not settling, yeah. Oh, I'm not settling. I deserve the best. Not going to live my life like the rest. I'm not settling. I deserve the best. Absolutely.
You're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM with Naughty MJ, and our very special guest today, Miss Belinda Wilson. I have that question for her.
Please say Mistress Belinda.
I'm sorry. I started off so proper.
Yes.
And then I just started slipping the faster I said it.
Get
But
it right.
you're mistress, because I'm a mistress. So you're mistress. We got this mistress.
Down,
Mistress.
Yes.
Mistress, yes. Yes.
Mistress Wilson and Mistress Zenny Gazelaya.
Right.
Let's go.
When people say it, like they then start shortening it and saying it fast. So I apologize. I know better. I know better. All right, we have a caller on the line. Caller, you're listening to Talking Heads.
Yes, good evening, Talking Heads. I'm about to lose my head.
Oh, wow.
Big sister, Miss Johnson.
Yes.
Belinda. Well, I know it's a Johnson, but she's a Wilson, so I obviously know she's a Mrs., but I just want to call to encourage her and to let her know be not dismayed. But the thing is, I have a joke for you, big sis.
This sound like 52?
It's 52.
Yeah.
I saw Glenn at the airport last weekend.
Yeah. Listen to me, but I got a little joke for you, man. Tell Bernard Evans I offered him, because two jolly giants, he ain't been this kind of like that. They're just getting along and being strong. The joke is, I want to join the teachers union. I need the power of the teachers union. I'll hang up and listen.
There you go. Thanks,
I'm going to drop off a application for you.
Speaking of that, we got another caller. Let's try to get this one in quickly. Talking Heads.
Good day. I need Miss Mistress Wilson's number, please.
376-4002.
376?
4002.
4002. Yeah, I have something to discuss with you.
Yeah.
Thank you much.
Thank you, caller. Didn't even hesitate with that number. But let me ask you.
I think all the people in the bar was on that
I think
number,
so.
except him.
All right, Mrs. Wilson, you're regarded as many as, kind of like the hero. A lot of people look up to you. They look at the way that you negotiate, the way you advocate on behalf of your members. And it's been happening for a while now that when certain things happen, people look to you. They look to you for guidance and just to get a better understanding of these situations. How has that been like for you, having that kind of, because it's not easy doing what it is you do. How has that been for you, being viewed in this way and having such great expectations?
First of all, I'm humbled and I'm honored, but I look at it as I'm just doing my job. That's how I see it. Because I say to my husband all the time, I say, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, you surprised at the reaction? Like,
I say, I just doing my job.
Uh-huh.
But God has chosen me for such a time as this. And no matter what, you always call them what? The trolls?
Yeah.
The trolls say, I done been in this. So I done been beaten, battered, and bruised. I done had a minister of education allegedly pay some executive officers to suspend me and run against me. I done been to hell and back with this union. So I know God chose me. And that's why I tell you better say mistress, because my husband.
There you go.
He's the quiet storm. That's the wind beneath my wing.
Oh, I
and
love
my daughter.
that.
So family, my brothers and sisters, they my greatest supporters. I'm so sorry my mommy dead. My mommy died 6 years ago. November the 23rd, made 6 years. My mommy was 90.
Condolences.
But my mommy
I know and feel your pain.
was the chief shop steward at the hotel union for 18 consecutive years. So I tell her, Mommy, I never set out to beat you, but I got to beat you. So I done pass on now. So I think it's in me. Not only that, my father, Reverend Basil Jones, he's 96 now. That's
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
the oldest JP alive.
There you go.
But Daddy was the person who picked up the piece of the mace. And we lived through Ross Corner, right off Market Street. Yeah, it's a ghetto girl. Yeah, right from the ghetto. And Daddy had the piece of that mace home by us for 1 year. Lady Pinlin came for that mace. And it was actually in the Sydney shoe shop on Market Street. It was in that window for the longest.
Yes, that's true.
For the longest time.
My grandpa Cam Thompson drove me by there in the green Cadillac.
You saw the mace?
That's the same mace they said they threw out the window right there.
My daddy brought that over the hill to Roscoe and gave it to Uncle Sidney, we used to call him.
And that's what we lost in this country. The tradition, the history, all that. Yeah. Got something here for you. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ and to your guest, Ms. Wilson. I was educated by some great teachers in my time, so I know what an adjective is. Please, can you tell your listeners to insert the adjective of this choice and praise it before this administration?
Yeah, no, y'all.
Let me call a student.
Hey, y'all.
An adjective describes a noun.
Listen, what I'm saying is,
y'all trapsy bad, man.
I think you can hear that there is a general sentiment building in this country, and it is one that speaks of Bahamians being disenfranchised and displaced in their own country. And I think we need more voices like you, and we need more voices to speak up and not be afraid, and we need more hands on deck, because there are a lot of issues that we need to fix in this country that if we don't fix it, we're going to lose it.
Yes.
Right before our faces, right under our noses.
So, Mistress Wilson, we're getting ready to wrap up. I'm going to say that. I can take my time. And when people call me, y'all take your time, okay?
Mistress MJ.
Well, I got 1 minute to get this side note in before you wrap.
Oh, go ahead.
To the text who chimed in and said Micah is 8-3 in 1 in Green Bay. But yeah, who gave him that one tie? The Cowboys. And I bet you if you play us now, we pop you in the mouth. Careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Second of all, yes, Texter, I am a Steeler hater. That is why I remind you that y'all are 2-5 in your last 7 games, and y'all gonna lose pretty much another 2 out of your last 4 and be out of the playoffs. But we can talk about that tomorrow, right here on Talking Heads, and on Sunday on the Press Box. Now let's get to this last call.
Final call of the day. Talking Heads.
Good day. Miss Belinda Wilson is still there?
Yes, sir.
Mistress.
Miss Wilson, you are simply the greatest, yeah? Don't let nobody try to discourage you. I am not a F&M, and I'm not a PLP. Definitely not a PLP. I voted PLP this election, but I have to switch on them. They just have this country in too much corruption. But any which way, I would like for you to elaborate on those bunch of children in the schools that can't speak English. What's your intention to do with these children?
All right,
we need a whole show for that
one. We're going to let her respond briefly, but we will do another show with her on
to
that.
To talk about the actual issues
because that is an issue there for real.
Yeah, we need more time than the 1 or 2 minutes that we have. But I really want to say something quickly before we go. Because a lot of people talk about, she rearing up. She with the FNM. She would have. Listen to me. This minister now is my 7th minister. 4 of them was FNM and 3 was PLP. Y'all ever hear me talk any differently from 2005 to now?
You're an equal opportunity. Yes. I can deal with you and tell you about your behind if you do fool kind of person.
Jeff,
that's why you are right with me.
Lloyd, was me and my husband, him and his wife, personal friend. When he go in there and he say something, I tell him, when the media call me, I say, tell Jeff Lloyd. He say he want an apology from me. I say, tell Jeff Lloyd, hold his breath. I think he's still holding it now.
I made a joke about that too.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but I just saying, so, she's a PLP, she's an FNM. I am Belinda, and I'm a Bahamian, and I'm the leader of the Bahamas Union of Teachers and the BNAT. You see, and I'm doing my job.
Boom.
You're doing your job. And I want to give you the final moments of the show. Anything you want to say to your members? Or
I just want to say to my members, listen, I'm so proud to be their leader, and I'm honored, really, because they have really, really, really stuck with me, but they know that the love is there, and whatever it is that I can do to advocate for better for teachers who are members of the Bahamas Union of Teachers from Grand Bahama to Inagua, man, I'm ready to go.
All right. And do me one small favor. Social media is a real wicked element. You got people jumping up every day posting foolishness. I'm sure there will be some trolls tomorrow. All right, singing for their supper, trying to go against what Miss Wilson has said. Simply just wait tomorrow. The link to this show will be on GuardianTalkRadio.com. Click on the December 1st edition with Naughty and MJ and Belinda Wilson and play it so you can hear it for yourself. When they come with the foolishness, say, hold on. See it right there? See what she's saying right there? You have to start exposing the BS where it is in order for us to get better.
I can't live without solidarity forever.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure when you're here.
And yes, Texas, we will have her back on again. One of our favorite interviews, or anytime, any place, anywhere. Thank you for being so candid. For MJ, for our guest, Miss Belinda Wilson, for everybody who chimed in and talked in today, this is your boy Naughty. And like I say, and for Pearlie, the Talking Heads crew, we'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads. Twin them, take me home, man.
There's a part of me that wants to sing. Songs I grew up on.